Premier League Leicester City vs Fulham prediction, team news, lineups preview. Relegation-threatened Leicester City welcome European hopefuls Fulham to the King Power Stadium for a Premier League clash on Saturday afternoon. The Foxes and the Cottagers butt heads for the first time since the end of August, when the latter secured a 2-1 victory at Craven Cottage. Match preview. Since winning his opening Premier League game as Leicester head coach at the beginning of December, Ruud van Nistelrooy has failed to lead his new team to victory in any of their last 7 top-flight matches, including 6 straight defeats in which they have conceded at least 2 goals. Foxes supporters were left frustrated on Wednesday night as they watched their side suffer their 3rd consecutive home defeat without scoring, registering just 4 of their 21 shots on target in a 2-0 loss to Crystal Palace. Only once have Leicester endured a longer losing run in the Premier League than their current 6-game streak, losing 8 matches in a row between March and April 2001 under former boss Peter Taylor. Sitting 19th in the Premier League table, last season's championship winners are in danger of dropping straight back down to the 2nd tier. But they are only 2 points adrift of safety, and Van Nistelrooy knows that a quick upturn in form could see them climb the table. Leicester have picked up 9 of their 14 Premier League points at the King Power Stadium this season, but they head into this weekend's contest having lost their last 2 home meetings with Fulham, including their most recent 1-0 in January 2023. Fulham's 9-game unbeaten run across all competitions and 8-game unbeaten Premier League run, their longest in the division for almost 2 decades, came to an end on Tuesday night, as they were beaten 3-2 by Graham Potter's West Ham United at the London Stadium. Anthony Robinson registered his 8th and 9th assists of the season as he set up Alex Iwobi's 2 second-half goals. The second of those netted 12 minutes from time set up a nervy finish for the hosts. However, Fulham were unable to find a late equalizer and were eventually condemned to their first defeat since November last year. Marco Silva insisted after the match that the better team lost in East London and the result could have been completely different if we were clinical. Nevertheless, Fulham now sit 10th in the table and are only 5 points behind the top 7 as well as 7 points behind 5th spot. Fulham have had no issues with scoring on the road in recent weeks, as they have netted in each of their last 9 Premier League away matches their longest scoring streak away from home in the division. The Cottagers can be confident of success on Saturday, as they have won 6 of their 11 Premier League meetings with Leicester D3L2. Against no other team they have played at least 10 times in the division do they boast a higher win rate, 55%. Also against Bolton Wanderers. Team news. Leicester are still having to cope without injured quartet Mads Hermansen groin, Wilfred Ndidi hamstring, Abdul Fatawa knee, and Ricardo Pereira muscle. Woyo Koulibaly joined the Foxes from Parma on Wednesday, and although the right-back is yet to train with his new teammates, he could be available for selection against Fulham, provided that the necessary paperwork on his transfer has been completed. Odsonne Edouard was ineligible to play against his parent club Crystal Palace, but the forward is available to return to Van Nistelrooy's squad this weekend and is one of 5 attackers along with Jordan Ayew, Patson Daka, Casey McAteer, and Bobby de Cordova-Reid, who will push for a recall. As for Fulham, right-back Kenny Tete and winger Reiss Nelson both remain sidelined as they continue to recover from respective knee and thigh injuries. However, Sander Berge is in contention to feature in midfield ahead of either Andreas Pereira or Sasa Lukic after recovering from an ankle injury that forced him to miss the last 5 games. Silva is unlikely to make too many changes, if any, to his starting lineup, with a front 4 of Iwobi, Emile Smith-Rowe, Harry Wilson, and central striker Raul Jimenez set to remain intact. Leicester City possible starting lineup. Stolarczyk, Justin, Faze, Vestergaard, Christensen, Winks, Sommer, Ayew, Buonanot, McAteer, Vardy. Fulham possible starting lineup: Leno, Castaigne, Anderson, Bassi, Robinson, Pereira, Lukic, Wilson, Smith Rowe, Iwobi, Jimenez. We say, Leicester City 1-3 Fulham. The fact that Fulham have kept just one clean sheet in their last 10 Premier League games should give Leicester confidence of ending their 3-game goal drought on home soil this weekend. However, their defensive frailties remain a concern, and we are backing the Cottagers, who boast a strong head-to-head record against the Foxes, to outscore their opponents en route to collecting all 3 points at the King Power. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.